All right, joining me now is also what Israel plans are officially. Israeli government spokesperson Eylon Levy is joining me right now. Eylon, what I want to understand from you is that the tensions are escalating on the border with bombings at Lebanon-Israel border. What does it look like for the next few days for Israel, which is clearly confronting not just Hamas in the Gaza Strip, but also Hezbollah, which is on the Lebanon border?
We're now nearly 2 weeks into the war that began when Hamas launched the October 7th massacre on that horrible morning when they invaded Israel and butchered 1,400 people, injured 4,000 people, took more than 200 people hostage into the Gaza Strip, committing acts of ISIS-like terror that involved beheadings, burning whole families alive. And we're now fighting against Hamas in the south, determined to win, determined to destroy Hamas so that it can never again attack us the way it did before and never again harm our citizens. Now, as that happens, Hamas has a twin sister, Hezbollah in the north, another terrorist organization, also backed by Iran, also sworn to Israel's destruction, that has also been attacking Israel in recent days. And our message to Hezbollah is clear. Israel does not want to fight a war on two fronts. We don't want to fight in the south and at the north at the same time. But if Hezbollah forces us into a full-scale war, if it launches a war against us, we will fight that war. We are ready for that war, and we will win that war. And the consequences will be severe.
Now, we saw some of the visuals of Prime Minister Netanyahu, Eylon, who was seen meeting troops on the border. What is the current sentiment among Israelis? We complete 2 weeks right now witnessing the massacre that took place, kidnappings as well, and the deaths that happened. And with Prime Minister now meeting the troops of his country, what is the mood like? Because I can clearly understand soldiers are already mourning the dead, the missing, and then preparing for a ground offensive too.
Israel is a country that is still in shock and broken, and I know some of the international news has moved on, but we're still living in this moment of the October 7th massacre. It was the worst terror attack in world history. After 9/11, we witnessed the most unspeakable acts of savagery, whole families burned alive. There are now over 200 Israelis who are hostage inside the Gaza Strip, including 30 children, including babies just a few months old, are being held hostages somewhere underground inside the Gaza Strip. And Israel is a country that is now united and mobilized around a single goal: victory, total victory against Hamas. Our goal as a nation, as a state, as an army, as a society, is to destroy Hamas. Because we can no longer allow ourselves to live side by side with a terrorist organization that beheads people, burns whole families. We can't do that. We need to destroy Hamas for our sake, for the sake of the security of our citizens, for the sake of humanity and the whole world. And I think that although everyone in Israel is still mourning and grieving and in a lot of pain, we're also with a great deal of resolve and a sense of justice, that this is a just war. Hamas declared war on us. We didn't want it. We've been dragged into this war, but we are going to win this war, and we are going to win this war so that this terror organization can never hurt our people ever again.
You know, for 14 days now, 15 actually, and you know, one cannot stop thinking about, specifically, like you also mentioned, Eylon, about the hostages, specifically children, toddlers, many of them orphaned even, who've been kidnapped, and Hamas themselves releasing those videos. The world is, of course, praying. We are praying. India stands with the victims of terrorism at this point. What is the strategy, many are wondering, of Israel to bring back specifically